Okay, this time we are gonna hope that my internet does not cut out a bunch of times during the stream. Thank you for anyone who had to endure that and stuck it out because I know that probably sucked. Alright, so what is happening right now in the game? So currently we have the newest section that has been released for the main story quest, which this makes me cringe and sigh that he is right now my favorite. Acheron is currently the banner that is. Ooh. I'm sorry, I could hear myself and the echo was bothering me. Acheron's currently the banner where the character that you can pull from. We're not pulling for her, sadly. Even though she has the best ability to use in the simulated universe, and honest to God, wish I could have her just for that. There is a drink making game that I am so excited to play, but we have to get through the main story quest first. They're still having the invite you back event to get Stellar Jade, as I said, Acheron, and Locha, which is who we are pulling for currently. We have him, but we need his light cone. Simulated World 9 came out. I did try it. It kicked my ass. I think I got up to like the 3rd level. I cannot get past the 4th or 5th. And then if you are currently playing at the time of the stream, and as you can see for the rest of the month, you can do the Cosmodicy event for the year. First anniversary event. So that's everything when it comes to events. As you can see, we have some achievements. I have, I guess, gotten over 100 million credits. So, mega rich light bending guy. And an ally heals more than 8,000 HP in a single heal. My Locha is putting in the work, guys. Trauma Team Platinum Bundle. He is trying, and that's why we are trying to pull for his light cone, because he is happened to work through it. Now, something that happened that I think is really cool is they have added Tracks of Destiny into the Starlight Exchange store. And I wish so much that it was in this store, because I have so much of this. Honestly, I could probably start buying this because of the amount of this stuff I have to get my characters made faster. But I am so tempted to get this. Honestly, I was trying to debate which one would be more efficient, whether it would be getting these and RFing these guys first versus getting Tracks of Destiny. Because as you all know, I have currently caught up with all of my 5-star characters, including his preservation path. Like, it is fully unlocked. Now, we are getting a new path. I think we're getting the Path of Harmony. Don't quote me on that. For the Trailblazer. So we'll be back on a 5-star then. But I have started working on doing the traces for my 4-stars. But I only have so many Tracks of Destiny, and I try to keep 8 of them, because that's how much you need to max out a character entirely for when my next 5-star appears. But you also don't get these a ton because they're like the crowns in Genshin, right? And so I was like, which one is more efficient? Getting those light cones or making it so that I have everybody fully maxed out here? And honestly, or at least having their bonus ability done, even if I can't max out, say, these things, right? Because I think these only give you, like, incremental levels up. Do I have anything? No. Well, I couldn't show you, but they only, like, give you minor ones versus, like, full added percentages. And so I think it might actually be more productive to do this, because then you can have more team combos. So once I get Welt's Light Cone, because he's the only 5-star standard character that I don't have the light cone for, that I probably will just invest in Tracks of Destiny until I can get everybody maxed out, and then I'll go back to buying the the cards, and then I'll just invest heavily in my Gepard's card. So that's where I am with that. Anything else to update you all about? So as you can see, I have almost enough for another 10 pull. First we'll start here. I have exactly 0 pity. Like, nothing. Wonder if it'll... Like, literally nothing. So, let's see. I expect nothing. I would love a Shrei. Because I think she's currently the only 4-star outside of Gallagher from this banner that I don't have. Hi, Yukong. I think I have Yukong C6 or E6. I would probably say C6 until the day I die, honestly. Yeah, I have Yukong already. Alright, well that gives, at E6, so that gives us 10 pity. And then, as you all know from this one, the only standard banner I don't have is Clara. But we are currently trying to get Locha's 5-star. This is not guaranteed. We're at 60 pity, and I have 20, almost 30 pulls, so we're getting a 5-star light cone of some form. Whether we win the 50-50 is still unknown. So let's see. Okay, so that puts us at 70 pity. I don't think I really have a light cone I'm interested in getting, because I have Peya's fully maxed out. Oh, speaking of light cones, as long as you haven't raised their, you haven't superimposed them, you can actually now salvage 4-star light cones, which is great. I'm excited for when they finally let us salvage the ones that we have superimposed, because I was trying to minimize space in my inventory. Okay, so we're now at 70. This will put us at 80. Are we gonna have to go to hard pity? No, because there's our 5-star. We hope and pray that it's Locha's. That's not... I have that one already fully superimposed. So that was 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Oh, my boy is getting an upgrade. He's been doing a lot, guys. He needs it. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, so glad to have won that. Let's see. Can we... Characters? So he has been running on his 4-star light cone. I just was leveling up Tingyun, so I have very little energy when it comes to experience. I like that I said I was gonna start using this, and then I immediately am like, was it 4? I honestly forgot already. And so now I'm just doing it. Okay, I need 8 now. I have so much of this stuff, guys. Like, honestly. I don't think this is in the, Here, let's go to the store. And they've added this little, like, toggle, but I don't feel like it really helps all that much, considering, you know, they're right there, but whatever. Okay, so that gets us up to the max that we can currently do, and I will grind the rest of that off screen. So just so you all know what I've been doing, you all already know that I have her done, and it's fully superimposed. And then I've been working on, not you. I finished Ching Shui up to what I could. As you can see, I didn't have enough tracks of Destiny, so she's not there. And I have currently been working on Tingyu, and I'm getting like close to where I'll stop on Tingyun, but I have her light cone done. She's fully done. I think once I get Tingyun done, I'll probably be doing Lynx as another healer, and then potentially Sampo for his like wind shear ability. But yeah. This really gets me. This please play in moderation and spend rationally that they had to add because of the new laws in China, I believe. Okay, so now that we've done all that and my Locha can hopefully do even better, we're gonna go back to the main story quest, which we need to switch to Adventurine's point of view because they've added a POV function now. So this should be fun. That's his... Oh my god, I have to have him. Oh, you don't say anything when we got the treasure chest? Spin up that disc and sweet music will play out of the speakers chirp. So if I put down something new, then the record player will play a new track too. See ya, I'm off to sing the song to the other birdies chirp. He's so fun.
Hey, you two! That's a place of business. No entry.
I forgot Dr. Ratio was with us, to be honest.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned it to you.
Dr. Ratio sounds so annoyed, like it's just a chore to even speak to people, which, honestly, same.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the Mobile Knights.
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the Mobile Knights. Ugh, enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
Are those chess pieces? They look like chess pieces. Oh, he can do it from so far away, too. Oh my gosh! That's so far away. Can I get this without setting up? Nope.
A dead end?
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these nightingale statues. The direction of the statues can be controlled. On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct positions.
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
The game's like, you can either take the easy way and go find the hint, or you can just, like, spin the puzzle pieces around and see if you can just get it without looking at the hint. The peacock's around again, which I still stand firm believing this peacock represents Adventurine. Keys. Rhinoceros beetles? No, those aren't rhinoceros. Scarabs. And then more of these paper birds. Okay, and we're about to start going up and down. You all don't understand that my ear is actually...
enough for a seat at the table.
He finally said something. I was waiting for it. Like my ears actually twitch when I hear the sound cues sometimes. Okay. Ooh, 3 of them. R.
Oh, the bigger the risk, the better the reward.
Oh my gosh. That's a full-on dinosaur. Ah! Let's go back down here. I want to disengage from combat. I need to change out my people since they took Kalis, or they took Jingyuan from me. Team setup. Jingyuan. There he is. Okay, we can now fight the dinosaur. We get to fight with Adventurine, guys.
Show no mercy. I underestimated you. Eternal sleep is the dead return!
Alright, let's see if my Locha's buffed any, because...
Strengthen our defenses.
Was that a follow-up attack? Oh my gosh, I have to have him.
Here, this thunder.
Sure, I'll play along.
Are you a defense unit? With my Gepard? No. A full team defense unit? Oh, my Gepard is in trouble now.
Is that
Watch
it?
your head.
He's a full defense unit with an AoE
Let's settle
follow-up.
this.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Oh my gosh.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
No dirty. All in.
Oh wait, let's turn this off and look at
The
his...
dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Alright guys, I'm in love. I am
This ends here.
gobsmacked.
The
Oh
dead
my gosh.
return.
He's an imaginary unit though. I have so many imaginary men.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder. Show no mercy. Is that it?
Watch your head.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
I'll see you off. Follow my charge.
Heal.
All in. I hit the mark.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Okay, so it's just a faster version of his full...
Watch your head.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal stead. Dead return! There's no time to lose. I'll see you off.
Hope you're prepared. A will forged in ice never falters.
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
No dirty tricks, all right. Spend freely.
Conflict is pitiless. Trifling.
All in. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The dead return!
Watch your head.
Here, this thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless.
Okay. Finally got that one done. Let's go back to our boy.
Fortune follows luck, just like it always does.
Let's reclaim our bubble. Oh, whoa.
This is hardly
Ah.
enough for a seat at the table.
Ah! Not moving. Not moving. Whew. I'm just not getting anywhere, apparently. just leave that one to it.
Six nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
Okay. I'm going to write that down, because otherwise I don't know. So it is forward, inward, backwards, and then to the wall, to the front wall. I think that last one is to the front wall as well.
But are these nightingales?
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
I'm more interested in this chandelier up here.
There are no eagles in the five families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
I love this dynamic so much. Also, why are there 6 statues if there are 5 families? The 2 return on the path they came from. Like, it feels like if there are 5, that they're really, like, representative. So, like, why are there 6 statues if there are only 5 families? Okay. This one was forward. This one's pointed in the correct direction. And this one is as well. So you could get really close to having that one done immediately without touching anything. And then this one needs to be turned that way. And then forward. And forward.
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on that already.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
Interesting. And then after you open the door, they're all facing you. Okay, another 2.
Oh, impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head down.
Wait, let me look at... Okay, so they are... Each section is representative with a thing. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are under 5. Or we are above 5, I mean. Interesting. Oh, I never did yank out that bird. Wait a minute. While I'm thinking about it. Wait a minute. Did the rooms change again? No, I just went past it. It's like, let me in, please. Because there's a bird right there. How do you get on the ceiling? Let's see. Let's make sure it wasn't just the obvious way right here. No. And then there's no way to change the room on this side, I guess. Okay. Ooh, that gives me vertigo sometimes. Okay. Hi, guys. Ooh. Okay, where's the bird in relation to where I am? Oh, there it is. I just got stopped by a cutscene, no wonder. That's a strange blue head up there that has been staring at me this whole time. It's so scary, Chirp. I didn't think I'd ever get discovered inside this head. It's so dangerous outside. I want to go back to the manager. Okay. Woo. Need to load a bit before they let me in. Okay. Alright, so currently can't be opened. Oh, one of the clocks. Tick-tock, they have fooled you, dear guest. Come and hear the truth. I shall show you how truly filthy the dark underbelly of Penacony is. Interesting. Tick-tock, think about it. These stories are insane, right? How could I have believed such things? I'm sure they're all just conspiracy theories dreamed up by some B-grade tabloid. They must be fake, right? Okay, so when the clocks...
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
When the clocks are working, they don't believe the lie. Or they do believe the lie, but when they're not working, they don't. That's interesting. Okay, this takes us down here.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Ooh. Ooh. About got annihilated there, but alright. Can't go in that one yet. Oh, okay, so I have to go downstairs this way. Oh wait, we don't want to go there. We want to investigate further. Oh, bird. How did you find me? I hid so well. I saw I was a feather away from being perfectly hidden, Chirp. Next time I'll remember to hide somewhere even sneakier. Don't forget to come and find me again. one of these. It's a bookcase. There we go.
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Right. Can we get through places prior to setting off? Oh? Okay, it's like things changed. What happened?
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Couldn't tell if that was the floor or if that was...
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
We'll just leave you to that. Oh, the rockets! The ones that allow you to... When you're like small, it's a Hanu. Let me just... Is there something over here? Why are you all over here? Interesting. Find all the scattered jigsaw pieces. I can't go any further. Wait. There really is nothing like the feeling of standing atop a high peak, Chirp. Do you wish to surmount the highest peak of Dondu Hut too? Being the generous little bird I am, I shall cede this fine scene to you. No need to thank me, Chirp. Farewell, goodbye, I'm off to my next summit, Chirp. Oh yeah, Adventurine can't see the birds. He keeps being like, oh, I think I hear something. But like, Adventurine can't see them. I forgot about that. That like, only Kalis can see the birds. For unknown reasons, unknown protagonist reasons. Okay. So I haven't been everywhere, I don't think, because there's still stuff on the ceiling, but... Oh yeah, because I haven't been there, because I couldn't. Let's get a refill. And then go to this one. Okay, that one is locked, like you have to fight to get that one. What is your E?
Lucky.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, I was very focused on the task at hand. But hello! I'm doing good so far, I'd say.
Here, this thunder.
I'm playing the new part of the main story quest where you're playing as Adventurine.
Is that all?
Watch your head.
And then also I was able to get, Locha's 5-star light cone, which was nice. I know immediately that I have to have Adventurine because he is delightful to play with.
Never falters.
He's got follow-up attacks, he's a tank unit,
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
and then this right there is fun.
The dead return!
No dirty tricks, all right.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
All in.
A will forged
I
in
don't
ice.
know, honestly,
Never
if it's
falters.
like, clever? Well, it's clever regardless, but like,
Conflict.
if it's clever or annoying that they made, enemies that can transform into any enemies that you have encountered so far. So you get like random combinations of enemies that you're fighting,
A will forged in
but
ice.
at the same time they didn't actually have to program any new like enemy combat things with them because like they just transform into ones that already
Or maybe I'll
exist.
take it all.
Is that all?
All in.
The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
How about you? Have you gotten to do any pulls on either Acheron or Locha's banner?
A will forged in ice. Never falters.
Oh my gosh, you got Acheron and her light cone? You must be a
Here is
beast.
thunder. Show no mercy.
Yeah, I knew that, like... Let's grab that. Yeah, I knew there was no way that I could, like, get, when Adventurine comes out, there's no way I could get him and his light cone if I pulled on Acheron, so unfortunately... I still needed this one regardless, but I was like, oh, I can only, I can afford one or the other, but not both. 10. Okay, so. We don't have Gallagher yet. And we were able to get this, so. It's so hard to keep track of it, honestly. And we are currently only on like 16 pity. E1 Locha would be great, because I'm currently guaranteed on this. But also just building pity. Oh no, or yes. So anyway, it benefits me. I feel like this Locha on his first release came in like such a like a time where everybody was saving up for other banners that if you got Locha, you almost never got his light cone. I'm pretty sure. And then a lot of people also skipped Locha originally. Though I feel like a lot of people will probably skip Locha again because of Acheron. He's gonna become the Yoimiya of Honkai Star Rail, where like they always put a really awesome other character on the second banner or like in the banner coming up, and so everybody keeps skipping him. But yeah, so as I was stating, I have the guarantee, so either I get E1 Locha when I start pulling on this, or plus trying to get Gallagher, or I just build pity for Adventurine because he's next banner. So either way I win. So we are on 16 pity. Did not get anything, but let's hope for Gallagher. That way I'm still only 1 4-star short. Still have not gotten Shrey. So sad about that. Hanya is just sitting in my notes by herself. I'll take my husband, honestly. When you forget you had him this zoomed in. Oh, that's not the angle. Where is he? There he is.
We mustn't cling to the past.
We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. I think, do I have March fully maxed out? I feel like okay, March and him are at the same level now. Look at him. Look at him. You missed me gushing, like, the first time I used him, gushing over him. Like, what is it with the imaginary men? Like, straight up, I have Locha imaginary. Let's see. Welt imaginary. Dr. Ratio imaginary. Donhung Imbibitor Lunae imaginary. They really like their 5-star imaginary men because Adventurine, also imaginary. They're like, while you all are thirsting over these men, just remember they are fake by putting them on that path. But he's a defense unit, which has my Gepard quaking, because I put so much work into my Gepard. And then... This man's a whole concept, huh? I put so much work into my Gepard, and then this man's just gonna be a tank. And then... You're not gonna pull for the dramatic boy? I'll pull him for us, it's fine. I know I'm pulling for him. And then he does follow-up damage. Oh my gosh. I can't not pull for this man. I can't tell if he's coming for... If he's coming for Jing Yuan's spot or if he's coming for, Oh, we are turning into the little guy. Or my... Crate. Okay, let's turn back. Let's turn into the little guy. Yeah, Adventurine really or not Adventurine, Acheron definitely probably sapped the finances. I don't even know what I'm doing. What is my goal here? You humph in a not so cool way and your surroundings go pitch black. Okay. Am I trying to set up these fireworks? Like, what am I trying to do? Ooh. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. I guess I'm trying to get that over there. You see the treasure looted by Boss Stone and limited edition storybook for Hanu's adventure. Don't hate the enemies that have beaten you, as they are merely Boss Stone's minions. Well, I needed to get back over here anyway. I get a rocket launcher? What? I just straight up just missed the rocket launcher. The heck? Okay, well there's a rocket launcher in game now. That's something. Because I guess Adventurine can't pick his dainty legs up and walk to the other side, but whatever. How did I get here? I think it was that one. Was I not, did I sequence break? Was I not supposed to come here yet? I think I might have sequence broke, everyone. Whoopsie. Because I cannot interact with that at all. Oh, the map for this is fun. Not there. But yeah, that's where I got to, but I guess I'm not supposed to be there yet because it didn't let me interact with it. Whoopsie. Woo, right into a monster. Oh, I hear another bird. I can hear the bird. Where is it? Maybe it's below me. Oh, yeah. Let's just see the giant thing of birds right here. You hear a faint sound, emanating from somewhere resembling the chirping of a bird of a figment of your subconscious. You glance downwards as you expect nothing is there. After all, real birds do not exist within the dreamscape. Oh, so I can't even interact with them unless I'm Kalis. Well, first of all, we got some achievements from using the rocket launcher. In a single battle, when blind bet is at 0 points, use Adventurine's ultimate roulette shark to obtain 7 blind bet points, which is blind stealing. And then defeat 3 of Boss Stone's minions at once in Hano Adventure Stage, and transform into Hano and see Hano's rocket to defeat Boss Stone's minions for the first time. Team setup. Let's grab Kalis so that he can talk to the birds. Here. Oh, I can't at all talk to the birds right now. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so as we said, there are 5 families, right? This one's obviously Bloodhound because of the dog. Oh, this is the bird that I could hear. Such a beautiful yet simple pattern. There's not much to say. It's clearly the standard of the origami bird. I see you too have been mesmerized by this pattern on the wall, but why just be moved when you can get moving? You should join the origami birds. We have a new member who wishes to join the origami birds. I have to go and bring back this wonderful news to the great tree. I will see you again soon. Okay, I don't know which family this one is. Or this one, because I think this one is Sunday's family. And then this one, because the only ones I know right offhand are Bloodhound and then Sunday's family. And then I guess this is a miniature of the city, the main city. Definitely gives evil villain vibes.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong? Are we heading the wrong way?
No, but this door is locked.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him.
If I have to go through a whole bits and bobs just to talk to someone that's not setting an appointment and then showing up for said appointment, I don't really want to speak to them.
If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall or this place will be our prison.
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
Oh my, I literally just did escape room for the first time. They're okay.
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings.
I feel like Adventurine shrunk suddenly, or like this got bigger. I feel like this wasn't nearly this big earlier. Did Adventurine shrink? Like, he seems bigger here than when you put him... Or is this city just way bigger than I thought? What?
Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time. Right, Doctor?
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Okay, so that was what was in the room.
Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
That was the room that I went to that I sequence broke for. Yeah. Well, I know exactly how to get to it. So I did sequence break. I thought so. Well, we can get
Found
to it real fast.
This is it.
Anyway, since I've already done the entirety of this room, we go here, then we go here. Doo-doo-doo. Dodging. And then there's a bubble thing over here. And then we go here.
Feeling lucky.
That is not what I meant to do, but alright. And then we go here. Doo-doo-doo.
Huh. And the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny. You know, this reminds me of a tunnel I once saw that could shrink people who passed through it.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to remain silent when you should.
That's fancy speak for don't give them ideas. The two return to the lobby.
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. You know, with the blocks. I've never played with them before. I wonder if it's more interesting than stacking chips.
Lego reference.
Oh, look. The gap is closed. And it fits perfectly. So, what's next?
This is the only part I've been spoiled for. This is the only part I've been spoiled for where I saw this, where Adventurine's like super tiny and Dr. Ratio is like that.
Oh, good heavens. Did I shrink? Am I still in a dream?
Indeed.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I know what the writers are doing right now. Oh my. This is the only part I've been spoiled so far for the new section, but oh my gosh, I was so excited to get to it, hence why the title is what it is. Oh my gosh, I was so excited for this.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. It's me! Down here! In the sand pit!
My man, he's already agreed with you. He knows where you are.
Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that.
Adventurine, I need you. You will get squashed, please. Me and Dr. Ratio are the same.
Oh, fine. I was just kidding. Let's find a way to open the door.
I love this for him. Oh my gosh. Are you supposed to be walking into the wall, or are you glitched out? Hello, I'm Industrial Pride. That's a bit weird. It looked like an owl, but it actually spat out an origami bird. Well, aren't you a surprise, Chirp? Hehe. Unfortunate one, you shall enjoy a great day of luck. Goodbye, Chirp. I must go and search for the next owl. I've been trying really hard to not get spoiled for this section. But I did see this. It's very funny. How big is this area? Okay, it's not huge. I hear a... Not a present, but a treasure chest. Ah. Hello. Oh, it's all the same person, too. Like the same model. Oh, it's glitching into the floor. Hello, I'm the world's lousiest soldier. So you know how they, in the, Hanu event, they stated that... No, not in the Hanu event. When we were walking around, they stated that, the musical instruments were people or something, and I made the comment that, like, since we know that this game is like a or that it's AI or something, that since this fake world was like a prison originally, that like what happens if the prisoners are like the entities that make up the world, and they have to watch people go about having fun while being stuck as, like, inanimate objects. Like, this guy would be, like, a fire hydrant, right? Like, what if the prisoners are just, like, all of the entities in this reality? Okay, so that would take us back out. Okay, so if they're doing anything weird, it's just part of the setup. So this is the luck machine. Oh, my character's having a hard time walking for some reason. Because I keep stopping and starting. Hello, I'm an NPC. Interesting. Make sure we get all of our treasure chests. Alright. Right there. Alright, you can't play any of the slot machines. Hello, I'm industrial scum. So, like, these are all the assets, but it concerns me that the assets are people. Ooh, Jemjin Hot, 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 hot. Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. Happy to be of service. How are there still like 8 more treasure chests? Hello, I am an Oak family soldier. Ooh. Yeet. Ducking and dodging. Okay, let's see if we can do that again. Yeah, I made hot and honey chicken with rice and snap peas yesterday. That was so good. Alright, can we repair? Unlike clocks like Cocky that have facial features, dream tickers have smiles fixed to their faces. We don't even have the right to be sad. Sorry, I need to listen to If I Can Stop One Heart from Breaking to comfort my battered and bruised little clockwork core. We don't even have the right to be sad. I'm really like stuck on the fact that the prisoners are probably being used terribly. I'm like really stuck with that idea. Like, this is gonna turn out to be horrifying, I'm sure. There are gonna be some human rights violations going on, I am more than certain. Okay, so the puzzle pieces flew away.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service.
And tell me about the tour.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service. Generating guide. Please wait patient. Found the nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me. A capsule machine model.
After screaming, the soldier collapses. You didn't even have time to earn a 5-star rating from
What's
you.
up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness.
I saw nothing.
Dr. Ratio, no! Dr. Ratio is the not friend who's like, I would throw you up. Dr. Ratio is the friend that is like, I would sell you for 1 corn chip. He's that mean. Where is my headphones? There it is. Also, yes, that voice acting was amazing. Fully agree. Bet the voice actor was having a grand time.
Capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor, do me a favor.
And the gold one immediately? Ugh, jealous.
I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison right where he can see it first thing in the morning. Insecure much?
I cannot wait till Sunday is a playable character. I want that man desperately, biblically, because I think that's his kink, but am I allowed to say that on TikTok? We'll hope we are. I like that I said TikTok. It's not even TikTok, it's Twitch. Ooh boy. We are getting our platforms mixed up indeed. Where is that? Oh. Just utterly missing it. But yes, Twitch, or Sunday and Adventurine are the 2 models that I was the most excited for. See if we can sneak past these guys. Ooh. Okay, so it's not looking at me. Not looking at me. Grab it.
One of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough.
Ooh. I was like, sneak, 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 sneak. Is Adventurine gonna pick us up? Because, oh my, the writers are gonna have a ball.
Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base here. And it's empty too. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
What brain power? I can't speak. Is Dr. Ratio going to pick up Adventurine is what I was trying to say. Because I was going to say, he's like, I need your brain power to figure this out. I'm like, Dr. Ratio is outside. He can literally just pick us up and put us places. We are tiny. We are like doll-sized.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall. Like the arch. Wait here, and I'll be back in a minute.
Why do you need to leave? You can literally pick him up. He is so tiny right now.
Finally, a moment of peace.
Can you interact with these guys, Adventurine? You hear a faint sound. No, he can't interact with them either.
Shake a leg. Without that pinball machine, neither one of us is going anywhere anytime soon.
Interesting that we can hear him so easily. Oh, this is in the area that I ran into earlier and got the... Yeah, see? Alright, run. I don't know, what do you mean I can't? Bleh, you're gonna make me fight. Fine. Can't really sneak through that one.
The dead return! A test.
Is that all?
Answer me.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
A test. 0 points. Answer me. Failed. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
Failed.
Rules are made to be broken.
The dead return! Answer me. 0 points. A test. Failed. Answer me. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
A will forged in ice never falters!
A test. Failed. The dead return! Answer me.
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, you're back. Just place it here. Thank you.
Quite literally, this man could just pick up Adventurine and move him. Honestly,
Thanks, Doc.
I'm just surprised he's not picking up Adventurine and shaking him just for the hell of it, but you know. But they're like, we need to include more puzzles. And then I guess maybe for like...
Horatio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
I heard a bird. I got distracted from what I was gonna say because of the bird. The most annoying thing about idiot birds is that you can't explain the concept of idiot bird to them, chirp. We have always found each other tedious, it's just that their disease of stupidity. I need to start saying this in Dr. Ratio's voice, because this bird is Dr. Ratio, right? Is spreading throughout Dreamville. Dreamville needs a bird that will take a stand, spread knowledge, and eradicate this stubborn disease. This is right, I shall be the one to do so. I am the truth bird. Come and follow in the footsteps of wisdom with me. The path to understanding, the truth we seek is long. If your mind has not yet been opened, come and find me at the great tree. Anyway. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to pick up this...
Hold on. Piece of cake.
Oh, I wonder how you get to that one. Maybe... How do you get to that one? Hello, I am. Ooh. See if we can get far enough away that it stops looking at me. I guess it's because I'm behind the portrait. Oh my gosh, look at the giant bird. Pardon me. It's the seasonal allergies. Penacony dreams. Can we... Somewhere nearby you hear a strange disturbance. You can tell whoever is making this noise is huge, light-footed, and perhaps even a little drunk? The sound seems to be coming from above you. However, looking up you see nothing but an empty billboard. It's like there's an invisible dream floating above you. Maybe it's just your imagination. Interesting, so I can't do anything with the bird right now. Alright, so let's go back to this one and then go over to that one over there. Ooh. So we need to get to that one.
Feeling lucky.
I'm with you.
Let's wait and
I commend. Repay.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Here, this thunder.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in. Watch your head.
Conflict is pitiless.
Is that all?
The dead return!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Spend freely.
Conflict is pitiless.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
I underestimated you.
Watch your head.
Here, this thunder. Feel trifling.
All in.
Nothing major.
A will forged in ice never falters!
The dead return! Conflict is pitiless. Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Conflict is pitiless.
All done. Piece of cake.
Look, it's the bird. The bird's over there too, but for some reason I can't interact with it. Okay, so I think we've gone to both of all the extended areas. How are we doing here? We're still missing 4? Where? I thought it was pretty thorough. And no idea how to get that balloon over there. Where's the bird that's drunk? It's right there. Huh. Well, for now, we'll go forward.
And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
Alright, we are full-sized again. Can we talk to the drunk bird from up here? See, they're right there. But I can't get to them. Dr. Ratio's like, you're taking too long.
You made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared to face me.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are only two kinds of bargaining chips when dealing with people. Benefit or fear.
Oh my gosh. As someone who likes to have a nice, well thought out plan, Adventurine just makes me so anxious. He's like, oh, there is no plan.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear. And I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can. And that's benefit.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC.
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside the family.
Do you mean the Galaxy Ranger whom you accused previously?
That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman, and we need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our plans. Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky. She could be an important pawn. And it's good to have more helpful friends when dealing with this matter. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family. Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a private meeting with us? This isn't an interrogation, but a secret negotiation. We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death. If the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even if that chance is close to zero, well, you can't win if you don't play, right?
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
So, we had our canonical ship, Branya and Zila. I'm sure this has been said before, but I'll say it again. Newest ship, Adventurine, Dr. Ratio. It's Sunday. What does it look like? Oh, there's a chest over here. I was like, oh, what's it look like in here? Immediately gets distracted. Interesting.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC Ambassador.
Doesn't that look like something we've seen in Genshin? This thing up here.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday. However, this is no way to greet a guest.
Oh, I love how they've done his hair. So that, like, it's kind of hard to see the difference between the wing parts and then where his hair is, because his hair's kind of feathery too. Love it.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character. I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help, yes?
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled his duties, hasn't he?
Yes. The doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person who can be trusted by the family.
That's, some stretching. I don't know if we would consider Adventurine virtuous, but sure, let's go along with that thought process.
I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Adventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage.
Yeah, and I'm willing to believe in your BS and your arrogance because you're making people do puzzles like a Resident Evil villain just to get to the final boss fight.
But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be. Witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious? If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation against the family.
What kind of vibes is he giving me? He's literally making me think of someone. Who is he making me think of? It's kind of Cacolia, like when we were meeting the ruler of frickin' Eurilo 6 or Belobog or whatever, and he has like the blue. I wonder if this is gonna be a reoccurring thing. He has like this blue strap just with the star icon like she did. So it's not Cacolia, it's a different character. He's giving me the vibes of, but I can't remember who it is. It's not from Honkai though.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around you. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Your sister's talent is unrivaled in the world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. What's more disheartening, she can't sing anymore. Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know you hold a different opinion. Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death. You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb, but don't worry. I'm on your side.
You're making a lot of assumptions, Adventurine. I don't know if he actually... how attached he is to his sister, considering all of the promotional art I've seen is him very disinterested while his sister's out doing stuff. So I don't know how much he actually cares about her versus how it's going to impact his reputation and the reputation of Penacony if her death gets out.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Adventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return, would you?
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the family's custody, the bag of gift money.
The box in which the cornerstone is stored.
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the Preservation Emanator, granting significant power. And every liquidation specialist holds one.
A sacred stone that seals the Preservation's Emanator? Whoa. Hey, hold on. Pause. That's a chunk of lore just in that sentence and a random thing that's not a cutscene. Did I miss something? Did this get dropped elsewhere? So the Emanators are essentially the avatars of the different deities, right? We know that Acheron is an emanator of some form, whether it's nihility, destruction, something, right? Supposedly the IPC was originally founded in worship of the Eon of Preservation. So, but they're sealing the Preservation's Emanator, meaning the avatar of Preservation. That's definitely got its fingerprints all over Evil Corporation. And so the 10 stone hearts each holds a cornerstone. And so Adventurine is part of them, obviously by his nickname, because that's not actually his name. It's like Kakashka or something. Kakashia. And then Topaz would have one because she's also part of that group. So interesting. I had heard that the IPC, or not the IPC, that the family had taken his cornerstone, but I didn't know the significance of that. Interesting.
For an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms of recompense.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Adventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving the house. I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation?
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but before that, I want you to tell me.
Cutscene?
The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for? What exactly is stored in it? Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
It's interesting because Robin did something similar where she like invoked almost magic that allowed her to use bits of the harmony, which did something to us at the beginning. And he's doing something similar where he's invoking one of the eons that's allowing them to use their power. But this is not an ability that we have been shown up to this point.
What have you done?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf. Next, you have 113 seconds to prove your innocence and gain my trust.
And if I refuse to answer?
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you. Question. Do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty.
Okay, and now we have this bird. Is this bird representative of the harmony, or what does this bird represent?
Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered Penacony?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Yes.
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre. Am I right?
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Adventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
Of course.
Looks like we can get an answer. Open it, Mr. Adventurine. It's your last chance to defend your honor.
Ooh, legit cutscene. Okay. What's under the cloth?
Please.
Dr. Ratio is always in the background, like an observer or a recorder. It's interesting.
Are these what you're looking for?
Okay, that's what's under the cloth. System hours ago, Dewlight Pavilion.
Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Adventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Adventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Adventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
Oh yeah, they were yellow and green, right? And then topaz is usually a yellow stone, so I wonder if it's Topaz's stone. Because Adventurine was like, you should do this gamble with me, back when Topaz helped us on Bellabog. So I wonder if she gave him her stone.
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink. Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But I happen to be among them.
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess is correct.
Okay, so this is Topaz's stone.
The golden stone. Its color and glow are similar to that of Klepoth's body.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance. And this golden statue is also known as Topaz, not Adventurine, and it belongs to Topaz. So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, That cornerstone has been in your hands from the very beginning.
Okay, so he did surrender it to the family, but it was in his
I
bag.
see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone, more precious than life itself, with a bunch of worthless jewels, disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated, is indeed in line with Mr. Adventurine's style.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with, betting on your single misstep, leading to a total loss.
But I don't believe that Dr. Ratio has betrayed them for information. This is part of the gamble. Because this is something Dr. Ratio did before. If I'm remembering the plotline correctly, this is like Dr. Ratio's thing. He's with one side, he betrays them in a manner that's not really betraying them, but is betraying them, so that he can then betray them again to get the original purpose. He did this almost exactly in the storyline where he was introduced. I can't remember the exact details anymore, it's been a hot second. But he's doing the like double bluff thing where he's pretending to betray them so that he's then trusted, and then he's gonna betray them again at the end. Because like there would be no benefit for him, even if he is a scholar who believes in knowledge, nothing else, and gets that Stellaron information, he's gonna lose everything else that the IPC can give him. So he's double bluffing, fully and 100% commit. Like, this is his bit, if I remember. Because otherwise, Adventurine's gamble would have worked. Because he would have gotten his gift money back, which would have been his cornerstone. So he would at least have his cornerstone back, and he wouldn't care as much about Topaz's cornerstone. Though I'm sure he believes he could have gotten it back eventually. But there's something, either Dr. Ratio has made this gamble without telling Adventurine about it, or they've worked this out in the beginning, but Dr. Ratio's double bluffing for something. Because he's now on the inside, right? Adventurine is now going to be either a shackled bird where he's on a leash for Sunday, or he's gonna now be opposed to Sunday, because the Sunday's gonna have both his and Topaz's cornerstone. There are two different things. One, if Sunday, because we've seen the leaks like way back when, that Sunday was going to be the boss monster, kind of like Colia is in Bellabog. I wonder if he uses either the cornerstones, because if they are like able to seal emanators or do something with the emanators, I wonder if he uses this cornerstones to give him the power of an avatar, or so that he can become the boss monster, or if there's a Stellaron that is the core of the dream that runs Penacony. And the Stellaron may have taken on the Watchmaker, like the Watchmaker was working with the Stellaron, and then fell sick to the Stellaron, because that's a thing that exists. And then the Stellaron took on the Watchmaker's like persona or something. The other thing that's interesting, speaking of Stellarons, is the fact that the family does not know that Kalis is a Stellaron. Like, this is not common knowledge. And neither Dr. Ratio, when he's like showing off all this information about the cornerstones, and Adventurine have not told the family that Kalis is a Stellaron holder. So, interesting. But yeah, fully believe Dr. Ratio's double bluffing.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a righteous person like you. As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation. It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time, and savor the delectable aftertaste of defeat.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial. I genuinely see no reason to absolve you from it.
Is this what the Harmony represents? But is it built upon constraint and coercion?
You misunderstand, Mr. Adventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent, but I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new beginning. Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit.
Okay, so he is going to be leashed because of it. So now, because he's essentially put like a stopwatch on, so Adventurine has to probably solve the murder case in those 17 hours so that, or Sunday will not absolve him and he'll die by the Harmony's hand. Now, this itself could be a bluff, but this man seems to be super dead about honesty. So I don't know if he's bluffing about the Harmony killing him. So I would say he's probably more honest about it. But I don't know if he would actually, like, say Adventurine does solve the murder in that 17 hours. I don't know if he would, actually let him live. Like, he may absolve him of the trial, because this man is super interested in the rules, but I think he'd probably still kill Adventurine. By his own hands, though.
You will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
Let's take a look at that warning. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. But the family is uppercase in, like, the way that they've been talking about the family on Poetentate. So I don't think he means his family. I think he means the family, but he's using a play on words to get around lying. So I think he's gonna be put in, like, the jail or whatever it is that's on Poetentate, so that he is no longer allowed to leave. If you suffer the wrath and fall into an abyss of doom... So maybe it's like you will be added to the family, or you'll be put in the jail, potentially.
Sounds like I'm gonna end up the same either way.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you mercy and honesty.
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable without it.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at, isn't it? Off you go, Mr. Adventurine. You are free. I will wait here for your good news.
Oof. Oof. If I was Adventurine, I would be biting this man's throat out. Like, not even. I would be scratching at his eyes. He is under so much restraint than I would be. Oh my goodness.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation.
It's a hostage situation, honestly.
It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Adventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. That's all. By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! Where did you go? Oh, are you injured?
So was his original planet this one? And then it became Penacony after it was settled by the people who turned it into a prison colony? Because they keep talking about the destruction of this world, so like, is Penacony his original world? But like, before it was rebranded?
I got it back, sister.
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a necklace. It's neither food nor water. We can survive without it. But I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again, okay?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played a game with them, and I won.
Yes, Adventurine is really interesting as a character. Sunday is definitely... This is why I think in the last episode, I was saying that Adventurine feels like a red herring villain right before they show the true one, which is definitely Sunday in this case.
One? What happened exactly? Tell me.
I made a bet with them. The two birds in the desert and me. Who will die first? I won. They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fair and square.
Of course. Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gaiathra Triclops must be watching over you. But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Have you forgotten how Mom and Dad... Look, this is just a necklace. But Kakavasha, you are my only family.
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy. Because Mom left you this necklace. There'll be no next time.
It is important. But not as important as you, my dearest brother. I don't blame you, but you must remember what Mom said. Pain and poverty are the trials of Gaiathra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Kakavasha. Your good luck is the most precious wealth we all Avgin have. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops and can lead the clan to happiness. So always remember to protect yourself and never resent the pain and poverty you're going through. All right? Listen to me and swear to Gaiathra Triclops.
Okay. I will swear to Gaiathra Triclops to protect this wealth. But sister, if Gaiathra Triclops was really watching over us, then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for Gaiathra Triclops' offerings. And where was Gaiathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness under her breath, until the moment she closed her eyes. Sister, everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. If every rainpour was Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness and grace, then how bad were our sins? So much so that we were born in this world of death?
Oh, we're going back to our point of view.
Excuse me. I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show any matches.
Just as I thought. I'd like to ask, what kind of traces do people leave when they enter a dream?
Are you referring to the records when you enter the dream pool? The equipment will monitor physiological indicators such as heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and body temperature in real time. This data will be included in statistics and handed over to the family for the screening of any data anomalies. Immediate action will be taken once any illegal behavior is detected.
See you soon.
Please rest assured, your vitals are monitored in case of emergencies, allowing us to wake you if necessary. This is all for the safety of our guests.
Can I trouble you to access the records?
I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access if there's a problem.
Looks like nothing can be found here.
At least we know who to look for next. We can ask the Bloodhound family for information. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing fine? We are looking forward to her performance.
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin? The preparations for the Charmony Festival have been proceeding smoothly, so I guess things are pretty good. I believe she will be able to put on a spectacular show for all of you.
I'm sure. Sure enough, no one knows about Miss Robin. I'm not surprised, but that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system. Even if she's a stowaway, she should have a disguised identity after entering the planet.
I kept using sister for Adventurine's sister. I wonder, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for Robin to be Adventurine's sister unless, like, her age was frozen when she was put into the dreamscape, which might explain the disease she had, but that's a possibility, I guess.
She's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreamscape unnoticed?
Is there any other way to enter a dream? Besides the hotel room's dream pool?
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people to comprehend. In the memory zone of Penacony, they thrive effortlessly, a fact proven to us by Black Swan. The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by him, it is likely that they are behind Miss Firefly's case.
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron Hunters. Both are possible, but what about the IPC? Since they want Penacony all for themselves, they're bound to have a plan.
Who are you guys?
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated position, ready to execute armed evacuation operation. Boss, get moving!
Armed evacuation? Boss, aren't you drunk?
What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Just don't let the director find out. Act first, report later. Understood?
Help! Help me! I spent all my year-end bonus on the snowball! I don't want my name on the department's major disciplinary notice!
Hey, check it out! That voice. Could it be the IPC workers from Belobog?
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations within the hotel. Please follow the staff in charge of evacuation to the designated safe zones, or compulsory measures will be enforced.
I'll request a beating for you lot! You've been told not to drink during work hours. Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident report should be written.
Topaz. Speaking of.
Miss Topaz? I never thought I'd run into you on Penacony.
Oh, long time no see, Astral Express crew. Adventurine has told me a lot about your happenings. Huh? It's fine. Do as they ask, and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action. Yes, alright. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere facade. The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now. Only Adventurine, who carries an invitation, is allowed to attend the banquet. An entourage like us, we can only sit around in the reality hotel, unauthorized to even enter dreams.
No wonder Adventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC can't back him up in the dreamscape.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear. You're all helping to investigate some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need anything outside the dreamscape. The IPC always treats its partners well.
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel. Perhaps you've had dealings with them?
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh, finally we are free of the immediately continuing cutscenes. Okay, so we have been going for like a good 2 hours and change, so we're probably gonna be done for today. So we got some more achievements, so we'll open those up before we leave. Open 120 chests in Penacony. Enter the miniature sand pit in the Dewlight Pavilion. And clear the full stacks of Obscure Blaze on the Memory Zone meme Shelled Faded Range during a weakness break. Okay, so we've gotten quite a bit done. We went through all of Adventurine's point of view. We are back in our point of view trying to find out what's happening. We were able to get my boy's light cone. And currently I think that Dr. Ratio is double bluffing us, and it's going to turn on Sunday at some point, either coordinated with Adventurine or he did not tell Adventurine about this. And from now on, this is only going to be for like 10 more days, so like next week, if I have another 10 pull, I will probably be pulling on Loach's banner to try and get that Gallagher. If not, we will be trying to pull for Adventurine, and we are going to be pulling really aggressively for him, but we're low on pity for everything. We're only at 26 pity on this, and since we just got Loach's light cone, we're only on 4 pity for this. So it might be a little bit of a stretch to get Adventurine, honestly, and his light cone. But we'll try our best. Just as a reminder, everyone, make sure that you get the first year anniversary event stuff. They are really cute. Wallpapers, icons, Stellar Jade. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and if your week's already started, that it stays good. So thank you for watching, and goodbye!